I played a match recently, and the words of my opponents took me by surprise, so let's talk about it. Hey all, Dr. Keisha Green here, and I recently played a tennis match, and after our match finished, my opponent came up to me personally and shared some insights and words with me that I felt the need to share with others. They told me that they saw my red hair, they saw my piercings, my tattoos, and they already had an assumption of what the match was going to be like in their head. But to their surprise, that it wound up being the opposite, that they told me that I was one of the friendliest, the nicest, and the most pleasant opponents that they had played, and that they were going to recommend me for sportsmanship, which was something that you could do in this match and in this tournament that we were playing. This individual also apologized that they even held such biases, and they told me that from our interaction and from our match, that they quickly realized how important it is to not judge a book by its cover. So from this moment, I wanted to stand as a reminder for others, including myself, to not judge a book by its cover. But oftentimes we are so overcome by our biases that we don't recognize that we've already predetermined and made up perspectives about an individual whom we know absolutely nothing about other than what they look like and what they are showing externally. I've met many people who I would like to call sheep in wolves clothing because they've had to put up this external tough exterior because the world has not treated them as nice. But on the inside, they are so tender and so caring and so empathetic with others. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that all covers don't actually reflect what's happening on the inside of books, because some people are wolves in wolves clothing and some people are sheep in sheep's clothing. That some people are those mean, cold-hearted, nasty people that you perceive them to be, that they actually wound up to be, and that some people are those tender, loving people that you perceive them to be. But there are often times that we have those wolves in sheep clothing that kind of go under the radar. So make sure to not also judge somebody in a positive manner when they may not actually be as positive as they appear to be. Overall, instead of judging people outright based on their appearances and what they look like, take the time to either get to know the person, do your own research, or better understand where that individual is coming from before you start to form those perspectives and those opinions about that person. Don't judge a book by its cover, but rather take time to check your own biases and understand the perspective that you're coming from so that you can then do your research to understand who that person is and where they are coming from as well. I thank you for watching. I thank you for being here, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.